Welcome to episode 9 of the aowhodis podcast. I'm Alexander.
Okay, I'm Owen.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I go like, I'm Alexander, he's Owen, and then other times I go, I'm Alexander.
Yeah, I'm Owen. Last time I did it and I interrupted you, I felt bad. And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
Owen, and I said it at the same time as you. I was like, oh, crap.
Dude, how do y'all feel about the set?
Dude,
How do y'all feel about the set?
I personally like it. I like this new comfortable chair. I think
like
could
this
do
new
this
comfortable
long-term.
chair too. No,
Really?
It's great, dude. We got a Christmas tree right here. That's it, really.
Yeah.
And then it's like a cool little alcove area.
Yeah, I'd be okay with doing this more. I mean, we're kind of like essentially renting this space. So I don't
Yeah,
really
we're
know
borrowing
if this
it.
is
We're borrowing it.
long-term.
No, it's our set for forever.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're borrowing it. It's a
Yippee.
one-time thing. You guys only get this once, but
Yeah.
it's a great spot.
Mm-hmm. So just to start us off, I was at Taco Bell earlier today.
Oh, here we freaking go, dude.
Come on, I love talking about
Here we
Taco Bell.
freaking
It's my
go.
favorite. I go there maybe like every single day. And this was like in between us recording. You know, like we stopped for lunch. You ended up going to Chick-fil-A.
Stop for lunch at 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
I was
yeah.
like, it's breakfast time. I gotta grab
Yeah.
breakfast.
And I realized, like, I was sitting there, and I think it happened for you too at Chick-fil-A, but there was just a really long wait at Taco Bell, and I noticed that I myself was getting frustrated at that, and I was kind of like looking internally, just sitting there stuck in the Taco Bell line, like, why? You know,
That's how you know the line was long.
Literally.
They got you looking internally.
Exactly. They had me thinking about life, but I'm
Uh-huh.
like, okay, why am I so mad at this? Like, why are people so like focused on convenience?
Were you
know what I mean?
hungry?
Oh, I was starving.
So,
So it could have been hangry.
That's why I was upset.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I'm also like, I'm a pretty skinny guy. I'm hungry a lot. Like, I'm starving a lot. So I feel like I have a good sense of when I'm hangry or not. And I think I was just mad at like the fact that it wasn't convenient for me. And I was like, why is that true? Like, why am I mad at convenience? And then that kind of got me thinking of like, I feel like this world in general just caters to convenience. And that kind of,
You mean,
that kind of scares me. Like people look for convenience in almost anything they do. Like, for example, DoorDash. I mean, that's just straight convenience. I mean, you could go out and get your own food, but you don't. You order it. You know what I mean?
And they pay
that's like
premium for
convenience.
that.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, just me waiting 5 minutes, like, that's not really, that's 5 minutes is nothing, you know? Like, just because I wait 5 minutes, to me, that's not something that I should be getting mad about. And I was like, that's interesting. And that just got me thinking. And I don't know if you went introspection mode in Chick-fil-A line too, but like
I want introspection.
yeah, literally they
No.
made you wait, and because of that, they ended up giving you like 2 free gift
Dude,
cards or something.
how
like
you
that.
know the line was long,
Yeah.
dude? I got gift cards because the line was so long. The line was so long.
And that makes sense. It's like longer than normal, but like they're really catering to the average person. Like
I
people
will
really
say,
get mad at
they
that.
They totally got me.
Really?
Like I was upset until I got those gift cards, and then I'm like, okay, it's
I
all
love
right.
Chick-fil-A
It's
again.
okay, dude.
Yeah.
2 free chicken biscuit sandwiches,
Really?
dude. Chicken sandwiches, dude.
That's so nice.
I was no longer upset.
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A.
I love
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
My
too.
favorite. Like they're good company. They like expanded quietly. You know, I like that. They don't try to make like any big moves. They have like very specific requirements for if you can run Chick-fil-A or not. And they just give you good chicken. Like I love that, dude.
Franchises as a whole interest me so
Yeah.
much. Like they've just systematized it so much that they can make like a Chick-fil-A and then another Chick-fil-A in like a 10-mile radius
Yeah.
and then another Chick-fil-A.
Literally, and make a crap ton of
And
money
then it
on it
tastes
'cause people
exactly
love
the
it.
same, like on
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
It's crazy, man. And it's also interesting, like, not anybody, but like, if you have some money and time, you can kind of just get into the franchise and like
No, literally.
own a part
Apparently
of somebody else's
being
business.
a operator, so for Chick-fil-A it's an operator.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently being an operator like makes, it's like, it's both really good and really bad at the same time. Like it's really good if you want to make a ton of money and not do a ton of work, but it's also really bad because Chick-fil-A, like the company takes so much.
Yeah.
Like I think they take like 10% top line and then they take like half of profits on top
Yeah.
of that 10% top line. And so it's like, they make so much money, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane
They
how much
do.
money they make.
They do. I mean, it's a win-win. But yeah, and I know Chick-fil-A specifically, like, they have very specific requirements for like if you can enter it. Like if you want to make money with Chick-fil-A, I know that you have to be a Christian for 6 years. You have to have a perfect record.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. Like they only accept like I think it's like once a year, like 1 to 2% of
I mean, they
people,
have
you
to
know?
be I mean, you can tell like the demographic of people who work at Chick-fil-A is much different than the people who work.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
it's all people like in high school who are like we're trying to get a job. Versus McDonald's, it's like a lot of like older people who
Yeah.
you know kind of failed at life.
Yeah.
And then same with like Wendy's and all that. But Chick-fil-A, it's always, you know, maybe the managers are a little bit older, but it's all young people working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they're more motivated. They're gonna do more of an output. You can also work them a little bit harder because they won't complain as much. You know what I mean? And so.
That's interesting. I wonder if Chick-fil-A has a rule like that where they're like, you should be hiring these types of people, because it just ends up being like that.
I don't know, there might be a violation of some constitutional amendment.
Oh shoot, you might be right.
There's probably some under the table. Like, listen, if they're like under 12, or well, actually,
maybe not 12.
16, I think is the age. But I know people who got hired at 15.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think 15.
Yeah. I think 15, like, you can finesse it, and then 16 is, like, the age.
Yeah, they be getting younger and younger. I'll be pulling up, and there's, like, a 13-year-old
taking
taking
saying,
I'm like,
dude.
bro.
Dude, I pulled up, and I swear it was a toddler. Like, they couldn't walk
Yeah,
yet.
nobody was even,
They were in
like,
a stroller
hiring.
taking my order.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not even that much older, but, like, I feel like when I was 13, I would have had trouble finding a job like that. Like, people just be hiring younger now.
Although I've met a 13-year-old who worked at Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And they were, like, a child, dude.
Yeah. That
Like,
Chick-fil-A
they
is, like,
just-
always
they-
busy, too. That's a hard kind of, like,
Yeah.
fast food place to start.
Oh, no, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because the person who took my order, I could tell they were new, and so they were asking their manager a couple questions.
Really?
And the way the manager was, like, describing, like how to, like, ring up the thing. And I've worked in a couple of, like, I don't think you've worked in a traditional, like, retailer position before,
Nothing
but
like
I've worked
behind.
in a traditional retailer before. Like, I was a cashier for a while, a sales associate for a while. And so I get, like, the behind-the-counter, like, but the way they were explained, there's like, you're going to want to go to Section C in the, like, I can't even remember what they said. It was like, I asked for, like, a burger, and they were like, it's going to be in the salad section. I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, with that much training, you better be paying me for those hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They don't even pay that well either. I mean, they
Really?
pay fine. It's like,
Yeah, it's not even that much above, like, minimum wage. I
I
mean,
mean,
it's not even above, like, most
I
fast
think-
food places. Maybe a couple dollars.
it's probably a little bit
It
above.
probably is, because
Yeah, I mean, I know somebody who works there for a while. They're making like $13.50.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think it's like $12.50, and then if you become like a trainer, then it's like 15.
Mm-hmm. It probably varies per state, but yeah,
Yeah,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense. That's good. I mean, here minimum wage is
So low.
Yeah,
In California, it's like 15, right?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
that. Which is ridiculous, dude.
It's 15.
I don't even be making 15 now.
Yeah.
We're making 0 off of this air that we're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
And the fact that they close on Sundays too just makes me want it even more. Oh my god. Yeah, it's gotten to the point where like every Sunday is when I want Chick-fil-A the most, just because I know I can't.
Because
have
I was
it.
like, yeah, it's crazy. Like it's weird when it's not a Sunday and I
Yeah.
want Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it usually falls on a Sunday.
Dude, when I was a kid on Sundays, instead of going to church, my dad would make me up and be like, "Hey, Owen, you want to go to Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A?"
Oh,
and he'd get me excited.
wow.
And I'd be like, "Yeah." He'd be like, "It's Sunday." I'm like,
What a piece of crap.
bro, he'd wake me up just for that
Actually,
a couple of times.
wait, are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Your
It
dad?
was funny, but yeah.
That's so.
Well, like if I didn't take it in a funny way, he probably wouldn't have done it again.
That's
but-
insane.
Yeah, so messed up. I hope Chick-fil-A is still a thing, just so I can do that to my kids.
Yeah.
That's top tier dad joke right there.
That's insane. I mean,
Teasing your kids, you know.
man. If I would have done that, I would have like filed suit. You know what I mean? Like I would have like put a restraining
I'm
order
suing
on
you
him.
for 10 chicken sandwiches.
Shooting you
owe me.
for verbal assault, brother. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But he gets me Chick-fil-A later in the week, so I can't really be mad at him.
Cancels out 0.
Yeah, exactly.
One time, my mom for April Fool's joke, she got us a pizza, and then we opened the box, and it was just fruit.
No.
Dude, the way that I was
No.
like, I was young, and I like cried. It was the worst experience of my life.
That is horrible.
Nothing's ever topped that. That's
That's-
genuinely the worst experience
That's
of my
not
life.
jokes. That's just mean.
No, I'm kidding. But
Just calling
yeah,
your
no,
kid.
literally, yeah. It's just
It's just telling your kid to eat less.
yeah, literally. Like, you need to lose some
Passive
weight.
aggressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
That sucks. I mean, I think it'd be nice, like, as a Chick-fil-A owner to not work on Sundays, too, because I'd rather do that than
It's
work
true.
7 days a
Guaranteed
week.
one day off.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, but you're pretty much guaranteed to work on, like, Saturdays. Which is why I never
Yeah.
liked working.
Because you want
Because they always made me
Saturdays.
work on weekends, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
Now I can't work on weekends physically.
Yeah.
I'll only be working on weekdays.
Hmm. Do you think that as a society we would benefit more with, like, a 4-day work week?
Ooh, isn't like Germany or something doing a 4-day work week?
I don't know Germany. I heard some company or country, yeah.
some-
And apparently they're doing really good. Like, they're really happy.
Oh, really?
From what I heard.
I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on like there's a lot of benefits to a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so if you want to live that life, I think it only hurts the companies then if you're only working 4 days a week,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I mean, most people 9 to 5, they kind of like go work, and then as soon as they're off, like they don't think about it
Yeah.
anymore. So if anything, it'd just be less hours for the company.
Yeah.
But
So
would you work more productive in those 4 days than you would in 5? You think? I guess what would be like Thursday would just turn into the new Friday, you know, or
Yeah.
maybe like same thing Monday would or Tuesday
I don't
would
know.
turn into Monday.
I'm curious. I think I probably would for a little while, but I think it would balance out eventually. Like the 4 days would just feel like the 5 days used to feel, and so it would just be like it would be great, and then it would just go back to baseline eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would be like that. I feel like that extra day would make not I wouldn't say a significant difference. Like I think people would still feel the same, especially like generations going onward, where like they're kind of grew up with the 4 day, but I feel like people would be happier. Now that's at the cost of innovation, right?
Sure,
Because I mean, but I think that's kind of what makes America stand out is the fact that honestly like our innovation. I mean that's kind of with what I think is like capitalism in general, like the fact that there isn't really a cap on how much you can make. It gets people to keep working and innovating. Like France, for example, like proponent. You can't possibly make more than a couple million a year.
I mean, I'm a big proponent for that. I'm a huge proponent for that.
Yeah, I like it, but also like innovation at the cost of what, you know what I mean?
Sure,
like we'd have less time to actually enjoy, maybe not less time to enjoy life, but like less time to explore the different things that life has to offer.
I don't know. I think there's also seasons to life. Like you don't work, or at least I wouldn't want to work like, you know, put my head down and grind for like 70 years and then die. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying.
But
people need time off.
I think there also is a time to work. Like I think a big mistake a lot of people our age make is they're worried about like work-life balance. I don't think we should be worrying about work-life balance. I think we should be worrying about work, and then we'll figure out the life balance later once we're done with the work. You know what I mean? And that's the advice that I think I've been seeing across the board is like just stop worrying about it. Like you'll be fine. Like you're not gonna burn yourself out. You'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it's I think it's a mistake to worry about burnout and a work-life balance at our age for what we're trying to do. But I think there's a big... Sorry to cut you off. I think there's a big benefit in, like, there's so much, like, good stuff about working a 9 to 5, and I can totally understand. Like, I used to, when I was, like, 18, completely, like, dog on it. I was like, that's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's stupid. But now I'm like, dude, you work, and then you just can stop working.
Yeah.
And then you get the weekends off to just go golf and, like, do your own thing. Like, that sounds great.
You don't have to worry about the business.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that sounds great. You know what I mean?
The only thing that would worry me with that, it wouldn't even be like the burnout, because I honestly agree with you. Like people have a lot higher work tolerance than they really think they do.
Yeah.
And it gets bigger and bigger. But my worry then would be like if you work too much and you don't spend time outside of it. You know what I mean? Like you say just work, but
there's a balance.
That kinda worries me.
And I mean that's
what I'm saying. Like there is a balance, so I feel like you kind of do have to think about it. Like you can't just work.
I'm talking about a balance on like a longer time frame. Like you can have a work season of life and then take a season off from work too. Like you can work for like 5+ years and then just take a couple year like take a seat back. You know what I mean? Like people think about it in a day, but you can think about it in a year too.
That's very
and then
fair.
it gets into like what we were talking about last podcast, where it's like how do we want to spend our 20s? Like do we want to work our 20s to death, or do we want to play our 20s to death, or do we want to do somewhere in between, which is also dangerous. And I don't know yet.
Yeah.
And so that's like. I don't even know, dude. Like that's so important to figure out. I also don't want to say I don't know at 28. You know what I mean? I'm like I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think that we will be, but well, I mean, I don't think we'll ever know, but I think we'll get a lot closer to the answer. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like a decision can be made, and you just going on that decision. You don't think we can just come to a decision?
Yeah, I guess like this is very broad. Like when you're talking about your whole life, I think.
No, I'm not talking about my whole life. I'm talking
Yeah.
about how I want to spend like this next season.
Yeah, I think you can make a decision.
Yeah.
On that for sure.
I don't know.
It's just
how,
tough, dude.
I don't even know how this season's gonna go.
Yeah.
Much less, like, I mean, I think I'm already in like. I think I've been in this current season for a little bit, but I don't know how the rest of it will go.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, and then the question is like,
I haven't lived enough life
at
to
what
know how
point do you
seasons work.
change? You know what I mean? Like at what point is it?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Is it time to move on to switch?
I feel like I feel like
kind of
that.
a feeling,
I genuinely
but-
think that's one of the things that you cross that bridge when you come to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you never. Like I'm not gonna say, all right, when then as soon as I'm 28 years old, I will stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You'll probably find something in your life that'll cause you to stop. Like maybe you'll find a
Yeah.
significant other that'll be like, okay, I want to stop working so much and spend time with her. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah. And it could also be like I've burnt myself to a crisp at 28 and 30 that I need to taper off. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'd love that. Like if I burn myself out by 30, I'd be great with that because I'd spent my 20s going hard and then I can kind of taper 30, 35. That'd be good. As long as like obviously, you know, I made some sort of money through that.
Yeah.
I just made nothing.
Yeah.
Just chilling at 25.
I'm not even 20, and I feel like I'm like excited for my 30s almost. Like for me,
really?
I feel like a lot of people our age aren't excited for like 30s and 40s of just.
Yeah.
That sounds boring, but dude, 30s and 40s, that sounds like when the real fun in life
What do you mean?
begins. Like that's when like. I feel like at 30 and 40. I mean, I already feel like this now, but even more, like I truly just wouldn't care what people think. Like at 30 and 40, I'd already made enough life decisions where I'm like, okay, this is who I am. This is like what I'm gonna stick to. These are kind of my things in life, and so I'd A, feel more confident about myself, and B, I would have like the financial. Hopefully.
Not the way our channel's
Yeah.
doing right now, dude. 7 views on that last
Yeah,
short.
right.
Goodness.
Hopefully by like 30, 40, I'll have the finance to at least expand on some of the hobbies that I find in that time. So like 30s is when you know more about yourself and you have the finance to like support it. That sounds fun to me. That sounds good. And that's like before, maybe not, but like before the real pain of getting older begins. Like 30, you're
Well,
still
I mean,
like.
freaking, you never know.
I already
You know what I
feel
mean?
it, but-
Dude, listen. Holy crap, dude. I feel
it,
so
and I don't
old.
even think this is like 2%
I got back
down.
problems. I got ankle problems. I got knee problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's tough, dude.
The doctor said I was a medical mystery. Quoting verbatim,
right.
whatever.
A medical mystery, a zebra case. That's
Yeah,
what they
you were
call
called
it.
a zebra. Yeah. Freaking, I don't
One in a
get it.
million. Well, I guess 1 in a million isn't that rare.
I don't know. I'm just not thinking about my 30s right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
too stressed about my 20s.
That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm just
stressed.
excited about it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm excited about life, dude. I'm ready to keep living. Like, I'd
Realest
be,
thing ever said.
Yeah, I'm ready to keep living.
Yeah, that's the
Like, I was
best.
thinking about that recently. Like, I would not like to commit suicide.
Dude, I always tell this to my friends. I'll tell this, yo, if somebody ever tries to say I committed suicide, like go investigate because I would never ever do it, and like the person is lying to you.
Ooh,
I'm serious. Like go
ooh.
investigate because the person's lying to you. Somebody killed me. I would never ever kill myself. So
I would
look
never
into
kill myself
it.
either.
You know what I mean? Like I know you wouldn't. I wouldn't trust whoever said that.
Yes,
like, that
sir.
sounds fake. So
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, go investigate because there's some case there.
Get
Call
a
up
detective.
CoffeeZilla. Yeah.
Coffee.
Exactly. God, I love
Call it
CoffeeZilla.
CoffeeZilla.
I love CoffeeZilla.
I've never even watched some of his
Really?
stuff. All I know is that he hates Logan Paul. That's all I know about him.
Yeah, he hates anybody who not anybody who promotes crypto, but like everybody.
I mean,
Pretty much
crypto's
everybody
crazy, dude. I can't believe. Are there really Bitcoin millionaires out there that are our age?
Yeah, probably.
Which is so annoying, dude. What do they know that I don't? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I invest
right.
in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
My numbers don't go that high.
Yeah, what's even worse is there's Dogecoin millionaires out there at our age. Or there's Hawk Tua
Insane,
millionaire.
dude.
Hawk Tua
No, there
coin.
isn't. There's Hawk Two Brogies.
Do you hear that, dude? I mean, she released something like yesterday. Where,
A new crypto?
No, not
Oh,
again.
not again.
No, because she already released one and it
Yeah,
rug
and
pulled
then I think it.
with like 500. I think at a certain point it was like 500 million market value,
And
or
then
like
it just-
300 million immediately. I mean, just like any pump and dump. But
Yeah.
of course, she released like some legal
Imagine
legal
shorting
thing
that
like
stuff.
I deeply care about this case. If you have any problems, contact this legal team. You know, she's just doing the normal thing, but that sucks, dude.
Dude, we should release an aowhodis coin. Brother,
No.
Put me in right now.
No.
Aowhodis coin, $500 million market cap, straight to zero.
Yeah.
That'd get some headlines. Like we could. We could just say like and subscribe. You know what I mean?
Might as well do it while it's still a gray area.
Yeah.
No.
Whoa. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's just like, I don't want to say like if you invested in it, you kind of deserve it. But like Hawk Tuah coin, there's no valuation. Where's the value of that, bro? Other than, like, where's the longevity in a Hawk Tuah coin compared to any other coin? You know, like what are the tokenomics of Hawk Tuah coin?
I'm curious too.
You know what I mean?
Because
like, you see a coin where the owners, like, they own like 80% of the stock. You know what I mean? There's no contingency there that tells them that they can't sell. There's no plan other than just, this is a coin based on this meme. You know what I mean? Like, how do you see all those things and you're like, okay, I think in 20 years this coin is really going to be the market.
People are strictly short-terming it. Like, I think the people who did invest in it were like, all right, this will probably go a little higher than, like, they're based it on hype and then they sell.
I think that's fair. I mean, sure, put $10 in it, but bro, you're betting your mortgage on Hawk Tuah coin.
Are people betting their mortgages, or are they just super rich?
A couple of people, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, from what I've heard. I mean,
you don't deserve to have a mortgage, dude.
I definitely don't think it's the rich people that invested in it. I think it's the normal,
good point,
day-to-day people.
And I think that speaks volumes, dude.
Yeah, literally.
That'd be speaking volumes. Like, you ever notice, like, me and you DoorDash for a while, we never went to rich people's houses. It was always poor people's houses. It was always apartments.
Yeah.
It was always, like, run down. There was only one nice house I think we ever went to. That speaks volumes to, like, how people spend their money.
Yeah.
Like, you could make $100 million, but if you spend $101 million, you're still broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it isn't just, like, if y'all ever DoorDash, which I wouldn't recommend it, but if you ever do, like, notice the houses that you're going to. It isn't nice houses. It's always run-down houses. And it's, like, I think that speaks volumes to how people just, you know.
Yeah, like, why
I just repeated the same thing I just said.
Why are the rich people not, you know? Yeah.
It's because they spend their money better.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think there's a reason why they don't, because it's just like they're not worried about the convenience. They know the time spent doing it is just as important as the money, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's like,
explain that, but
if you make, like, I don't know how much an hour, but, like, if it's like $15 to, like, DoorDash something, that's like a substantial portion of your hour just gone because you didn't want to waste time. Yeah. You just can't, like, you kind of just cancel out zero, because if you make like $25 an hour at, like, a real job, which I don't even know if that's, like, good or bad. I'm not gonna lie. I like a real job, but, like, if you do that, that's like almost more than half of your hour just gone.
Right.
And so you're genuinely canceling out zero.
Yeah.
This time you would save, you just spent.
Yeah. Normally with DoorDash, it's like you spend more on the
delivery than the food.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you save an hour from DoorDash, which is less than that, you're spending more than an hour of your time. You know what I mean? And that literally just goes back to the convenience thing. Like, people are spending so much on convenience, and that's what everything is based on now.
And it's less convenient, technically. Like, the way that I just said it, you're wasting time.
Yeah, it's just like trading now's convenience for tomorrow, you know? Like, you got to work another day, but hey, you don't have to drive to get food, you know?
Insane. And I mean, I be doing the same thing a lot. Like, I don't order DoorDash, but, like, I be spending money, dude. Like, I just spent $22 on Chick-fil-A. Today.
22?
Yeah.
I spent 9 on Taco Bell.
All right, buddy.
And they get free food, too.
Let's say I don't use the app. But, like, I don't know. I started tracking my expenses, dude. Yeah. I just, a tear. Like,
it hurts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
It hurts. I'm like, without tracking my expenses, I'm like, I'm only going to buy what I need. And then I track my expenses, I'm like, that's still too much. It's still too much. I gotta save. I guess
I definitely have a bad spending habit.
For me,
I have a lead foot with my money.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even spend on anything except for food, and that's just what costs everything. Because I'm like, I do spend on, like, fast food, you know. Like, I'll go out and I'll spend a lot more money compared to, like, cooking at home.
Mm-hmm. It's so convenient.
It is. And it's like, there's just such better cooks than me. I can't make a sandwich that good.
I don't know. I'm not a very good cook.
Me neither.
Dude, I tried to make, like, a, spaghetti casserole, not a spaghetti casserole, green bean casserole, and there were no green beans, and it was just water. Like it came out of the oven, the green beans like evaporated or something. I don't know, and it was just water. I don't know what happened.
That's gross.
It was gross.
Yeah.
I didn't even try it. I was like, I'm good.
Dog, I overcooked my ramen yesterday.
I've never had ramen in my life.
Actually? Never?
Never.
Dude, you actually gotta try it. It is really good.
I hear it's really good. I hear it's like
10 cents per meal.
Yeah.
10 cents per packet. It's actually not bad at all.
10 cents per packet?
Yes, dude. I'm serious. Like you could spend like less than
Is it
$1
healthy?
on a meal.
It's 10 cents per packet.
It's calories, yeah.
It's calories.
I mean, it's a crap ton of sodium. So, if you're iron deficient,
I don't like eating a ton of sodium just because of how it makes
Really?
me feel. Like it makes me just feel weird.
Really?
Like I don't even care about the health thing, which that's not good advice. Don't listen to me. But like it just makes me feel so like
the taste
blah.
or the feeling.
The feeling afterwards. Like my body just feels like heavy.
I feel energized after.
Really?
I think that's because I'm like iron deficient. That's what I heard. Because like I'm actually like.
I was watching an Instagram reel. And
Really?
Did you hear that TikTok's getting banned?
TikTok's getting banned. I heard this years ago. But
I heard this
is it
like
still
I think it is. I think it is.
Really?
I think it was today. December 20th.
December 20th.
I think it was yesterday. I don't actually know at all. If you guys have any
still-
information, please let me
I
know.
mean, I heard that they were passing a bill on it, but I didn't know. Or I heard that they were proposing a bill on it, but I didn't know if it was passed or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if today's not the day that they ban it, but today's the day that they go through the House and actually like vote on it. You know what
It's
I mean?
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought up a topic that I have no idea have anything on.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna ban it yet.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna ban TikTok and nothing else. So TikTok is like it's other than the fact that it's Chinese, it's not too much.
Well, I
worse.
think that is the thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
It's just spying.
That's
they do.
literally- That's why they do it.
Yeah, I mean, I went through the terms. Like you allow them to like track your keystrokes. You know.
I mean, what if you click ask app not to track?
That is like for third-party marketing. I think. Are you talking about like when you open like any app,
Sure.
it asks you? I'll be getting that too. I always click deny, but I think
You know
that's
that
something different.
ruined like a ton of people's market. iOS 14, it like screwed a ton of people up for marketing. A ton of companies.
I believe it.
Apple just screwed
Yeah.
so many people when they did that.
I believe it. I've never clicked yes to that.
Me neither.
I've never clicked allow tracking.
Unless it was the NFL app.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying so hard to get into football, but I can't do it.
Why? Just for college?
It's just so boring, dude. Like everybody loves football, and I'm not talking about it. And then I started to I tried to half-heartedly become a Jets fan.
Yeah.
Like I was at my friend's house and we were watching football and the Jets were playing.
Yeah.
And then I like played up a bit like go Jets, you know what I mean? Woohoo. And like it was funny. And then they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a Jets fan. This is hilarious." And then I was just like, "Yeah." And then I went home and cried.
You got me.
You know? But I just don't care. Like I downloaded the NFL app that night too, and I was like, "I'm gonna become a Jets fan, dude. We're going all the way." And then they lost like 3 games in a row. I was like, "Screw this."
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like I like watching football, but I can never watch it alone. I like the socialness aspect.
I mean, that's why I would get
Exactly.
into it. That's why I'm trying to get into it. I just don't care.
I say I enjoy watching football just for that aspect.
Same.
It's so fun, especially at college too. I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean,
Basically everybody.
if you go to college, you're probably gonna have football games. So
Yeah. Oh, football game, sure, but like.
or big enough
Oh,
college.
dude, I don't even care about my football
Have you
games
been to
either.
any?
Of course.
Oh
but,
really? I've
yeah,
only
of
been
course.
to 2.
But I don't go to them often. And then when I do, I don't care. I just want to leave, dude. I just like I just be screaming when everybody else screams. Like I'm not even paying. Like I don't know which side is which. I don't know what color we are, dude. I just like.
You're yelling, everybody's just looking at you like wrong team.
Yeah,
wrong
shoot.
team. That's funny.
It's like I don't.
Go Jets. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I like college
get 'em,
football,
Roger
but
Federer.
our team sucks, bro.
My team
We're
sucks
so
too.
bad. We went 2-10 last semester, or not last semester, but like last year. Oh,
Yeah.
2-10, dude. Like how? My high school went to like 0-8, and I was like, it can't get worse than this.
Yeah.
It can't get worse
The ratio got
than
worse.
8 losses.
I
And
don't know,
you know
dude.
what?
How do you
They
get
did it.
in?
I think it's me, because they were doing good before I
I'm
pulled up.
saying, dude. No, my team always did bad. We're terrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're awful.
Well, so what I learned recently, because I was talking to people who are like I guess like assistants for the football team. You know, like they help out with everything.
Sure.
And they were saying basically our college, our funding basically like we get paid to get clapped, which is so funny.
Are you actually?
Yeah, we get paid really, really good money to get destroyed in football games.
Wait, how does that make sense? What does that mean?
Well, other teams like having a good record, right? So
They pay you
they'll
to
pay
lose?
us to pull up to get clapped.
Wait, do they pay you to wait? Okay.
They
Dude.
pay us to play, and we lose, and they would keep paying us because they like winning.
So they pay you to play because they know you're bad.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I want to keep winning.
Right. We're a really bad D1
So
team.
they don't pay you to lose. They pay you to play, and they know you
Exactly.
suck.
Because you can't pay us to lose. That's bribing.
I don't know
but
which
you
one's
can pay us to
worse.
play.
I don't know which one's worse.
Dude, we make like good money. Like I heard of a $2 million deal just for a game, dude.
Dude, you know, like these football coaches, these head coaches, like at my school, the head coach shifted, and I'm not even at a good like football school.
Yeah.
Like they changed coaches, and I made a joke. I'm like, oh well, he's not gonna be broke. He's gonna have to live out of his freaking office.
Yeah.
And then my friend who I was sitting next to in class was like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm kidding. And he was like, dude, they make so much money. Like, what do you mean? And then we looked up how much he makes. He makes $500,000. A month? No, a year.
A year?
A year, just to
Like,
freaking
actually?
boss. Yeah, $500,000 is salary, not even including all the benefits he probably gets too, because it's company.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, how hard can it be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, or maybe you could like just be like a coach for like some obscure. No, they wouldn't pay you enough though, because like football is.
No,
is
it
the
like
full
falls.
funding,
It'll
yeah.
fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the football teams get so funded. It's
Yeah.
crazy how like disproportionate the entertainment industry is over everything else.
Yeah.
Like people will pay so much money to be entertained that everybody, it's like it's rock bottom unless it's like the best of the best, and the best of the best makes so much money.
Right, that's where everybody flocks.
Yeah, like boxing pays, like you have to pay to box basically.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul, who's at the top of the top as far as entertainment goes, not skill, entertainment. Jake Paul's a really good boxer. That's neither here nor there. Entertainment, he gets paid $40 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is smart, bro. He's a unique boxer.
Dude, the Pauls are sharp.
With how much they
The
make.
Pauls are sharp with with what they're doing. We were talking about this, but have y'all seen Logan Paul's, like when he first introduced Prime? He on his YouTube channel he went to like a Walmart and just started handing people Primes and just was making jokes. That's so fun. Like I watched that video for fun.
Yeah.
And then like it's an advertisement too.
They got you.
They got me, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's good marketing. I think then he also just like paid people too, right? Like he'd give them the Prime.
Yeah,
he also just
give people $100.
Yeah.
He's just like, here you go.
Sure.
Here's free
I'll
money.
drink it, yeah, why not?
Which is insane.
Drink a
dude.
Prime for $100. That's really cool.
When he was my age, I think he dropped out of college and freaking was making money already.
Yeah. Really?
No, I think he was a little older. I think
Yeah, I was about to say like 20. Normally, like when I hear the college dropout people, it's like 22, 23. They drop out, and then they.
I mean, 22, 23, you're out of college.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're just graduating, actually.
Yeah.
Someone's not lined
That's
up there.
true. That's true.
It's more 19, 20, 21.
That's fair. I mean,
Because, I mean, that's kind of all of college.
Yeah.
19, 20, 21. You graduate in 22, right? We should know this.
we should.
I'm a sophomore, I'm
22,
20, I'm
23
on
or something
track.
like that, yeah.
I'll be 21 junior year. Wait a second.
No, it'll be 22.
22.
Yeah, 22.
22.
And then, yeah. I guess 22, 23, because some people take a gap year too. Which is low-key smart. I know some people who did that, or I know a lot of people who, like, they didn't take a gap year, but they did take a year where they went to, like, community college and they just got all of the prerequisites done.
So,
which
I know
is
a lot of people
low-key
do. That's
smart.
honestly
Yeah, they saved a crap ton of money.
financially beneficial and had no downside
Like-
other than, like, you lose a year out on the college experience. But it's, like, basically no downside and only upside is really smart.
Like, financially benefiting, not in just, like, you spend less money on college, but also, like, you have more time to work, too. Like, if you choose to get a job, which is really cool, in my opinion. I like that. I like making money, so
I do, too.
having time to make money would be
That's
cool.
why we're doing a YouTube
Yeah.
channel, to make so much money.
And it's like, why not do that? Like, why not just go to community college for 2 or 3 years and then just go to, I guess maybe not 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3, 1. Probably.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2 based on the.
Yeah, because some credits don't
Credits you
transfer
need.
over. I went to community
Yeah.
college in high school, like dual enrollment, and my credits just didn't transfer.
Might as
It was
well.
a whole waste of my time, dude.
Of like the 20 like something credits, I think only 9 transferred for me.
Of my 20 something,
which is lame.
Like 0. Dude.
Really?
Like it was literally like they ordered it by like a long list of numbers, and the last number was like 2, 3, 6, and mine was 5. It's like, what do you mean? I look at my counselor. I'm like, you're seeing this? And she's like, yes.
Yep. Sorry, buddy.
I don't know what to do, and I was so frustrated.
Man, that
dude. I
sucks.
screamed at that lady, punched her in the face, threw her out the window.
I don't know why it's like that. I mean, credits just don't
didn't do
transfer often. Credits are weird.
Which you would think they do.
Bro, I was enrolled into my counselor enrolled me into a math class this semester this last semester that we finally finished, and I realized I already had the credit. I was sitting there like midway through the semester. I'm like, this is really easy. Like, I am not struggling on this like most people are. You know what I mean? Because we were on domain and range, so I was
Dude,
like,
how does it always start with domain and range? It's either y equals mx plus b or domain and range.
I don't get it.
Every single math class
Literally.
I've ever taken past 7th grade, it's either y equals mx plus b or domain and range.
Sixth grade, we were introduced to domain and range, and we're still on that
We're
unit.
still,
That is crazy.
We're never leaving it, and they like boost you up all the way until like the end of the year, when it's like I'm like grasping for air. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I locked out of college the last 4 weeks for like whatever reason, and well, there were reasons, but and then she was like, all right guys, the last 4 weeks of the semester are what's really gonna be heavily on the exams, so I want you guys to focus up. And I was like, I told my friends, like, I just started locking out 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was like, me too.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, dude. And that what's crazier to me is that we're still doing that, and people still get like 60s on the test. Like for my final exam, bro, the class average was a 40. And then when he factored in the people that didn't show up, it was a 27.
Which is so crazy.
A 27 on the final exam.
Insane.
Bro.
27
was the average. And well, because I got a 64, and I was just like, crap. Like,
I don't know.
Man, I suck.
Like,
no.
You could have not studied and guessed, and would likely have gotten a better grade.
Literally.
How is that possible?
I don't get 40.
I couldn't get a 27 if I tried.
Me neither.
That is insane.
A 27 is insane to me.
Man, dude, the bar is so low. When they said the bar was so low, like,
yeah.
it's under the under the ground.
But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, how do you have the whole class fail? You know, I guess the whole
I don't know.
class
I'm curious that professors get penalized based on like
That's what I'm
class
saying.
averages.
Like, it should be their incentive to pass people.
Yeah. Like if you ever hear your professor going, I'm going to curve for the goodness of my heart and because I really care, they're lying. They only do it because they want their grades to go up. And brother, it benefits me so much. One time I had a TA that taught a whole class.
Really? That's weird.
If you're a like college like president or like administrator and you're like, I should have this TA teach this whole class to this whole group of kids. Here's some advice. They don't care. They're just doing it for credits. They know just as much as me about the material, which is 0. Yeah. And so don't do it, ever. And so he did it. And the class average was like a 60. I had like a 73 in the class.
Nice.
Granted, like I could have done a lot better if I like dedicated time. But,
Sure.
And so I had a 73, and then I look at it the next day, it's a 94. And I'm like, what a curve.
Yeah.
Dude. I did one extra credit assignment. I know that was at 27 points or whatever it is.
Wow.
Insane.
Man, I wish we curved. Because there's still like a lot of teachers in my grade that's just like, I feel like it's their intent to fail people. Like they're like sad when people get A's in the class. I don't know how to explain it. Like they try to like, they literally said this at the start of the year. They were like,
my material is not hard enough.
Yeah, they're like, my goal is to make like the class average like D's and C's.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
That makes
I don't
no
understand.
sense. I don't.
We talked about this on a previous podcast. I don't get it.
Yeah, like I get having a hard class and like trying to weed people out, maybe. But I mean, I guess maybe as like a freshman sophomore course, like some of those courses are meant to try to weed people out, like just to have less people in, because you know there is a lot of people who end up like quitting freshman sophomore year. So they try to get rid of those. It's actually interesting seeing people like leave. But
yeah, I wonder what do people do when they don't like quit? If you're not trying to start a business, and you're not trying to like, what else are you doing? If you're not going to college or starting a business, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
I think that if you can financially support yourself, there's other things in life that you can work on other than making money. I mean, if you like have a job where you can support your living, I think you could do. And this is my opinion. I don't like to intrude. I think you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and I wasn't asking like, what are you doing? Like that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah,
I was saying,
yeah.
what are you like genuinely?
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess work. You know. Well, I guess I see what you mean. Like if you're not trying to work.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
how do you get a like job?
Yeah.
I mean, you can get like a sales associate position and like commission, which I think is great. Just be, I guess sales would be a good spot. You just get really good at sales.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't get really good at sales. They just stay at like 1 or 2 car sales a year and make 30K off of that.
Yeah, and they're okay with that. I
No,
guess.
they're not.
No.
No way. No, they're not. People who make like
Probably not car salesmen.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like
car salesmen
you
who
see
make like
other
30,
people,
40K are not okay with that.
Yeah, I feel like car salesmen you would, and just salesmen you would end up comparing yourself to other
And I think that's
salesmen, which
good.
is fair. Yeah.
I mean, good is strong, but like I think it's fair.
It's good if you're
fine.
trying to be the best salesman, you know. But if you don't really care, then you don't really care.
Yeah, and I also don't think sales is for people who don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think I agree. The salesman is like a very you gotta like it is hard. I mean, when we used to go up just door to door, like I was nervous, dude.
Me too.
I did not. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it, but like it's just hard, man.
I mean, it's like I don't know why we were so afraid.
I mean,
Like, why is it so?
I just didn't want to bother people.
I guess.
I don't
Is that the
want to.
reason?
I don't want to make people mad. You know, and so it's like if I know that frustrates some people, like door-to-door salesmen. So
I'm glad I did it because
like-
now I have a ton of context for like when I see a door-to-door salesman, I'll
Yeah.
like hear them out.
oh yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
100%.
Be respectful. But I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're good. I mean, that's like I'm really glad I did that, especially in like Boy Scouts too. I mean, in Boy Scouts we used to just go door to door like popcorn sales.
Sure.
And dude, that's such a good thing for a kid at like young age. I wrote like a whole paper on this too. Just like putting your children into things that can boost like sales and leadership. Just like organizations like that at a young age is so cool to me. And
So
there's
Boy
many like
Scouts,
that.
what else is like that?
Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you know. There's like camps at like YMCA. There's some cool like leadership camps. I'm trying to remember what they're called. It's literally like young leadership.
YMCAL.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Something
Like
YMCA leadership.
and there's like young leadership academies and there's clubs and in school and I guess sports, but in a lesser. I mean, it's still an organization that can help with leadership, but it's not really as. It's more of a team building than like leadership and sales, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it really helped me as a kid. I think it would help a lot of people too. But Boy Scouts is just getting kind of weird now. I'm not gonna lie.
How come?
Like, there's first off like there's the news of Boy Scouts. I mean, there's like a lot of Scoutmasters doing weird stuff to kids, and that part is actually true, which is really unfortunate. Second, they're switching it from there's 2 organizations. There's Boy Scouts of America and there's Girl Scouts of America, right? There were a lot of people that were mad that women couldn't join Scouts, like Boy Scouts, because they are very different types of organizations, and so some like parents of girls would have been like, I want my girl to be in Boy Scouts because I like
So
those.
hold on, let me
more.
stop you right there.
Yeah.
Excuse me? What
Right.
do you mean by that?
Right. Well.
Continue.
Yeah. So like these parents, they didn't like what Girl Scouts was doing, and they did like what Boy Scouts was doing. So they're like, I want to put my kid. I want to put my girl.
What's the difference?
I want to put my girl
Other than
into Scouts.
That's like saying I want my girl to be in the boys' bathroom because they have urinals.
Yeah, and so what finally ended up happening
Yeah, it's not like saying that.
was they're turning in 2025 they're turning Boy Scouts of America into Scouts of America. So there's no more
Across the board,
Boy
across
Scouts.
America?
There's no more Boy Scouts.
America?
Yeah.
Across America?
Yeah, Scouts of America.
insane.
And then you know what? There's still Girl Scouts of America. So there's Girl Scouts of America, where only girls can join, and then there's Scouts of America.
Dude, at what point is it just sexism?
I don't know.
At
like,
what point?
what kind of standard is that to set?
That's ridiculous.
That makes no sense to me.
Why? So like, I have a message for like people in power here. Listen to me very carefully. When you think of things, I'm just trying to like do you write them down or say them out loud or consult with an individual about it. Anybody, really. Like, they could be a newborn infant, and they'd probably tell you that it's, like, ridiculous. Like, do you just think about your action? Like, think before you speak.
Yeah.
Think before you legislate.
Think before you legislate.
Think
Put that on
before
a
you-
shirt. Oh my God, that's deep.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
dude. Like,
nice.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think that putting girls in Boy Scouts will not help the touching kids case either, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
No, it'll make it worse, dude.
No,
It'll make it so much worse. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It would just be more awkward. Like, as a kid, I liked the fact that they were all guys that I could just go to and kind of just fuck around with.
Dude,
like, I would feel awkward if I had, if there were women.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you act differently, too.
I would act
and that's
differently.
natural.
Yeah.
As a boy, like, you're, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it really is like that. And it would end up being where there's, like, one or two girls in the whole troop. Like,
Yeah,
like
and
normally in Scouts, like, we'd go to summer camp and there would be, like, 10 Boy Scout troops and then, like, one Girl Scout troop. And I felt bad for those Girl Scout troops, bro. I'm sure they were getting, like, talked to and hit on, like, 24/7 while they were there. Yeah, and it's going to be the same thing if they go into troops, too. Like, I don't think that the Girl Scouts are going to enjoy scouting as much as their parents
for
think.
the switch?
From what I heard, it's
We just felt like it.
yeah. I mean, it's like people don't like female scout leaders and like female parents, like female kid parents. They don't like. They like what Boy Scouts does more than Girl Scouts.
What does Boy Scouts do that Girl Scouts doesn't?
In my experience, I don't know 100% about Girl Scouts because I just didn't do it as much.
That makes sense.
It's a lot less survival and a little bit less on like leadership and kind of like doing things on your own.
So
like the Scoutmasters are a lot more involved, I suppose.
If you want Girl Scouts to be more like Boy Scouts, why don't you just make Girl Scouts more like Boy Scouts?
It's a great question.
What are they doing, like arts and crafts or something?
Yeah.
Is
well,
is that a derogatory? Like,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, something like that. But I don't. Well, the thing is, they haven't done that because I don't think that the Scouts want to do that. You know what I mean?
The Girl
Scouts. Yeah, I feel like this is mostly
Well,
like.
then perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's what they want to do. Then.
Yeah.
But I guess it's with scouting.
I mean,
it's
to an
like when they're too young. Like it's what will be good for them, not what do they want to do. Because that's
Sure.
what mostly scouting is. Because a lot of scouts they don't always want to do it 100% of the time. But if it's good for them, then it's good to stay in scouting.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But it just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
That makes sense.
And it could be some legality thing, like Boy Scouts is under a lot of scrutiny, so they're just turning it into Scouts. You know what I mean? Because
Ooh,
I
that'd
mean,
be
a
a
year or
route.
two ago, they were very close to going under, because of these allegations, from what I heard. So
That's interesting. I mean, that'd be actually a pretty valid reason to do it.
I mean,
Like, I can
legality.
get behind that one. As far as, like, I just don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, let's just rebrand.
Man, I'm curious how the future of scouting will be, dude. Because I'm not gonna lie, like this. I don't know if you know, like the stereotype of scouts, where it's kind of like, very like you don't wash, you don't like.
Really?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
feel like you'd overwash.
Really? No, not the scouts that I knew, dude. The stereotype is so true, and it's kind of like
Run me through the
I don't
stereotype.
want to hurt these people too, but like there's also the stereotype on ROTC as well, like junior military.
Brother, oh.
You know what I'm talking about? That is a lot of what scouts are like. They're like, actually, this is
Yo.
correct. You know, and they have glasses and like a ton of acne, and they don't
Oh
really
my
wash.
goodness,
They
I
have
hate
long hair.
ROTC. I hate ROTC.
It's like that stereotype.
You know what's crazy about ROTC is that real military people hate ROTC too. I was talking to this guy, he was in the military, and I just was gonna bring it was like a shot in the dark. It was a 50-50. This could go really good and like be friends forever, or like he might hate me. It's like, do you hate ROTC too? And he was like, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh man, I could have worded that better, but he was like, yes, dude.
Yeah.
Like military people hate ROTC too. Oh my goodness,
scouting
dude.
is very similar.
They're in
to,
the
like,
gym
military.
like all the mornings, and they take all the equipment.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, Boy Scouts is a lot like military as well. Like, a lot of scouts end up going to military.
Sure.
Because it's kind of like the order of command. And also, like, if you make it to Eagle Scout, you're automatically officer in military. So you're automatically promoted in military, which is really cool to me.
That is cool.
There's actually a lot of cool stuff as an Eagle Scout. It's great on the resume, you know. But the stereotype in my experience during scouting, not my troop specifically, luckily I lucked out because I had some really cool people in my troop, but like the troops that I met on those camps, dude, were like that.
What's the stereotype? Run me through it.
Okay, I mean they're a matter of fact. Like I said, they like normally they have glasses, like they don't wash it. A lot of times they'll have long hair and they'll be wearing a hat. Like they'll have like untucked shirt and everything, and they'll just be like, actually, this is correct. You know what I mean? Like, according to Boy Scout, according to Boy Scout law, or like, just, man. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like that.
Reminds me of the Pokemon Go club at my school.
Really?
Yeah,
You
dude.
had a Pokemon Go club?
At my college, yeah.
Oh, dude, I joined.
I joined it too, dude.
Really?
I
Nice.
saw them
Holy
walking.
crap, me too.
Well, okay, so I took a gamble, right? I took a gamble. I saw people walking, going like this on their phones. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm running over and I wave.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I was waving, and then I was like waving them down. And I was like, "Are you guys playing Pokemon Go?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, listen, I have to go because I had like a meeting.
Nice.
But give me your are you do a group me or they have a Discord?
They gave me my Discord. Yeah,
They gave me
too,
their
actually.
Discord.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Do you have a
Nice.
group me? No, they have a Discord. And so I got their
Me too.
Discord. And then I saw them like going around the other day, and it was all people. It was like they were, like long hair, super skinny jeans, like insanely skinny. Like I could see
Really?
every crevice, and
Why you looking?
I couldn't help myself, dude. I couldn't look away.
I would too.
And
on
then
accident.
I just see them like they were like
Ugh.
I can't. They said some Pokemon's name. I don't even
Yeah.
know what it is, and they're like running across the street, like,
It's like that.
halting traffic. Like
Yeah.
we're running the most unathletic run, and the entire like they're just going.
Oh, yeah.
And like they could, I was watching them a brisk walk, going faster than their full sprint. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And yeah, it's definitely.
No,
a
I feel it
stereotype
though,
for
because like there's like level 40s and 50s. If you don't run, bro, there's gonna be down by the time you get
Literally.
there. I was like that in my college too. I used to play like every single day, and I'd be like watching because I knew there was a club that would go around.
Mm-hmm.
And on the opposite side of my campus, I'm sitting in my dorm. I see like 20 people join one raid itself, and I was just like, holy crap! I sprint, dude. I sprint, and I missed them. I couldn't get them. I didn't even find them. But on the Dialga Day, the Dialga Origin Form Day, just one of the big events in Pokemon, I found them, and I went with them, and they're OP, dude. They're
Yes, sir.
crazy. They gave me the Discord, too. I got a lot of friends on Pokemon Go now.
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
dude.
it's awesome, man. It's a fun. It is. It is.
Pokemon Go's a good. It's like a hit or miss social conversation starter.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
Facts.
people have Pokemon Go on their phones that they haven't used in a while. Mm-hmm. And so I'll like pull up Pokemon Go and I'll say, "Yo, I need some friends in Pokemon Go. Do y'all have
Me
Pokemon
too.
Go?" And then they'll just like pull it up. They'll
Yeah.
update the game.
Then all of a
it's-
sudden they'll start playing again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they will for
exactly.
like a week, and then they'll give you gifts every day for a week, and then they'll just stop.
Yeah.
And they'll just quit.
Exactly. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
but it's
that,
a
dude.
hit or miss conversation
I
starter.
did that with Clash of Clans recently with my
Clash of-
boys. I got Clash of Clans back because it was like
Yeah.
a Christmas event, and all of my boys starting to get in again, except for you. It's okay.
Dude,
I know
I
you're
don't
not-
want to go through
I
the
know you're not
freaking
into that
tutorial.
stuff.
Oh. It's like I click it and she's like,
Welcome back,
"You-
Chief."
You welcome back, Chief. You have 27 million gold or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and I keep going.
Yeah.
It's a flex, by the way. It's a lot of gold.
27.
And I just keep clicking and clicking and clicking, and then it makes me go through a mock battle, and I'm like, I don't care,
Bro, if you just do it for like 5 minutes, they give you so
5
much
minutes?
stuff now, bro.
dude. I could be playing Fortnite.
Bro, I bought the gold pass last month. It was
How much?
$2.
$2.
It went from 9 to 2, and so I had to. I was forced to.
You didn't have a choice.
My credit card was fiending to be used. Not my credit card. I never use my credit card, but my debit card.
Thanks for. Okay, glad you pointed that out. I'm glad you added that to the
Of
discussion.
course, I got into debt, and all started on Clash of Clans because I forgot to pay the balance.
Dude, I've been on Fortnite recently.
Yeah, we talked about
Dude,
this
Fortnite
yesterday.
OG is
last
so good. You
podcast.
can double pump,
Yeah, that's.
and
I
you can
missed
pump
that, dude.
singularly.
That's crazy. I missed the hunting rifle. Is that
It's
still in the game?
there.
Actually?
No, I don't think it is. It's
Well,
actually
dude,
definitely. I can
that's-
guarantee you it's not.
No,
But
it's
it's in
like my
Fortnite
favorite
Reload.
gun.
Fortnite Reload's really fun too.
Wait, what's Reload? Is that different than Classic?
So it's when it's like they made a new map, but it's smaller, and so it's got like the big POIs like tilted in other places, but it's super small and connects. There's 40 people in the lobby. You jump like
I'll
off the
jump
battle bus
tilted.
into the floor where the people are, and you get 2 respawns
Really? What? Wait, like you can respawn yourself, or like you get
when you die.
like your teammate has to respawn you, or?
No, you just respawn. Like you just rift in the
What?
sky with no stuff,
That is
obviously. and you
crazy.
twice.
Dude, that'd
And
be
you just be
crazy.
fighting.
Imagine killing somebody twice in the end game and he still respawns and kills you.
And
That
then-
would suck.
And then, well, okay, in endgame, respawns turn off. So
Okay,
if you have
good.
like 2 respawns, they'll go away.
Bet.
And then freaking, it's fun in zero build because Fortnite Chapter 6 has a ton of new mobility, and so you can be vaulting like you're doing parkour. You vault up 2 stairs, and you go, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really fun as zero build. Reload zero build and then OG with build is usually what I go for.
Bro, I would actually
Which is
play
not
that
a good
again.
combination to do back to back.
I'd be down to play some Fortnite again.
We
bro.
have
That
to do
sounds
it.
so fun.
We're gonna do it.
Can we make a gaming channel
I was
just
about
for
to say,
this?
dude, we don't have the bandwidth.
Yeah.
I was playing Fortnite and I'm like, I so want to make a game. We don't have the bandwidth for it, dude.
What do you mean? You could.
We'll talk
Can't
about
or
it.
won't.
If we get one person to say make a gaming channel, we'll
Somebody
do it.
say yes so we can make it.
Somebody don't do it.
Yeah, subscribe and say yes.
We don't have the
and we'll do it.
bandwidth. We can't.
Well, what do you mean by bandwidth? That's an excuse.
No,
What do
we
you mean?
genuinely don't have the time, brother.
Oh, time, yeah.
We're running on fumes as it is, dude. We're barely making our
Yeah.
content quota.
We don't hang out anymore. We just work.
We were talking about this earlier. We don't hang out ever.
Yeah. These are our
It's
best
just
hangout
work. Literally,
conversations.
we don't talk unless it's about work anymore, which is gonna be super healthy for our friendship on a long enough time horizon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. It's not like we started just working, so we got
we're
history.
showing.
Yeah. facts.
Anyways,
If you could run any successful business and it's like guaranteed successful, what would it be? Like any business and it's guaranteed successful, what would it be?
a lot. Selling my breath.
Yeah.
And so I
yeah.
just breathe in a bottle and I just send it off. No, you
Okay.
can't scale that. Hold on.
Yeah. You can't. That's finite. Or it's-
Selling other people's breath. I'm like, you know how like OF managers, but for people's breath. I'm a breath manager.
a breath
And
manager.
so people just be sending out their breath, and it's just like 5 minutes a day, like sending DMs.
So you'd be like stocking people's CO2s. Oh, so you're like a breath flipper.
No, I'm trying to think.
You just wholesale it.
Like what would require the least amount of work for them? Because you said any business.
Yeah, any business, gaming channel.
No.
I mean,
No.
like if I could post like once
If
a
I would
month and
any
make
successful
crap.
business, it'd just be a business of me sitting there doing nothing and then selling my nothingness.
Yeah, but that's not a business. That's
Come
just
on.
how you can't sell nothing.
If Donald Trump sat there and did nothing and said, I'm selling my nothingness
I would
for
buy
$1 million.
that. No, I'm messing. I'm kidding.
That's how he's a billionaire.
Yeah, that is how he's billing you. I mean, that's basically what. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Say it and
Yeah,
I'll cut it.
no,
if
I'm
need
not
be.
gonna say it.
Man.
It's fun. I don't know. I think something. I agree. I think it would be something that would like you wouldn't use much time.
I mean, in that specific example.
Yeah, I
but not
probably
in real
wouldn't
life.
even do it as my hobby either, because I wouldn't want to make like my hobby my job. I don't know.
I think it's
Maybe. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Because that's hard.
It's a very good point.
It
and
kills some people's hobbies, but then it also like.
I mean, like, how many things do you want to do in your life? You know what I mean? Like, to have, if you want to make a successful business, like, that takes up so much time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, how much time do you really have for hobbies, anyways?
Yeah.
It really does depend.
Dude, imagine if like we didn't have to sleep. We'd have so much more time.
I've been thinking, but dude,
That's
I got
so
2.5
cool.
hours of
You've been
sleep
thinking
last
about
night.
that?
And,
Really? Me too.
And 3.5 the night before.
That's
And so I'm freaking, I was like, before we were meeting up today, I was like in bed, like with my eyes closed, and I was like, get up. I like wasn't dressed. I was editing for a couple hours this morning,
Yeah.
and then I just got so tired
Then you went back to bed.
for like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Which is
yeah.
the worst. It just sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but also like those like 2 minutes rejuvenate me. It's like
No, they don't.
All right,
dude.
I
They
slept.
just tell me. They just show me what could be.
Really?
Instead, it's the reality of me having to get up.
Interesting. Well, I just want like a break. So even if it's like a 2-minute break, that's kind of like a okay, on to the next thing. Now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm tired of this.
Yeah, breaks don't work for me, dude. Like, I learned this when I was studying for tests in high school. Like, when I take a break, I'm just like, I don't want to go back ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I recently learned this that when I do take breaks, the reason it's so hard to go back is because you're basically just dopamine depleted. Like,
Sure.
like of course, if you're doing something that's filled with dopamine and you go to something that isn't, you're gonna be seeking dopamine, and whatever you're doing is gonna feel extra harder. You know. I actually realized that literally within the past couple of weeks. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed myself like dopamine seeking sometimes. Like I'll be doing nothing and I'll just be like, I'll notice myself like wanting more, even though there isn't anything more. Like I've just been trying to be happy with the dopamine that I get, like right there, you know. Like I had to stop myself when I got Taco Bell today. I was gonna like watch YouTube and eat Taco Bell, but I was just like, Taco Bell gives me enough dopamine. Like I'm good, you know. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be seeking more in the things that I do, because then the things that you're doing just don't feel fun anymore. You know.
That's really good. That's a really good habit to get.
So I'd be catching myself doing that.
It's good to be intentional about that for
Yeah,
sure. Because it's scary. Like people just become. Like I was talking to somebody who has trouble sleeping, and it's because they are on their phone all night. And I'm like, have you tried not going on your phone?
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't do that. I can't just sit there.
What do you mean?
Like verbatim, they just said that. I'm
Literally.
like, what does that
literally.
mean?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's a problem. It's good that you're aware about that. I'm definitely not. I definitely need to get better at that for sure. Of like just being.
I'm not good at it. I'm just now starting to notice when I do it. I realized recently just how much like dopamine, or maybe not like dopamine specifically, but I mean that's pretty much the chemical that your brain uses for nearly everything in your life, dude.
I mean, what's
like
interesting about dopamine is that I was doing some reading about it and watching about it, and it's like, which is why it's like so important to do things in the morning, not in the evening, because like dopamine acts as your motivation for the day, and so there was some papers written on dopamine. And then I watched a Healthy Gamer GG.
I love that guy. I was watching a video.
Hero,
that's
dude.
where I learned all of this actually.
Yeah, so he was talking about
What video? Because that's where I learned all this.
he was talking about how dopamine, you have like a certain amount throughout the day,
Yeah.
and so it's like a melon
Yeah.
or lemon. And then you squeeze the lemon and you're letting out dopamine. And so if you start your day with working, you are squeezing the melon a little bit and it's slowly letting out dopamine. You're depleting slowly. You still have like your motivation. But if you start your day with like TikTok, you're squeezing the melon like that and then you and so your dopamine goes like this. And so there's literally a chemical difference in your brain from like doing things throughout the day and working in the evening when you've wasted when you've used all your motivation, and then working in the evening versus working in the morning when you have a ton of motivation. Because dopamine is fundamentally just motivation.
Yeah, absolutely. I watched, actually that's literally the exact thought. I watched Healthy Gamer GG on YouTube. He posts some amazing.
Like like for your benefit, like stop watching us and only watch it. Like he's such
amazing.
a hero.
That's where I learned all this stuff about the dopamine. Literally.
Yeah.
What a
I love
I mean,
that guy.
he's basically like, I mean, he's just a
podcast.
psychiatrist, but he actually like he talks about the science of how you're feeling. You know what I mean? And that's very, very, very relatable, dude. It is. I'll be learning about so much about myself.
It's
just
so
watching
nice,
it.
like
It's amazing.
listening to a medical professional and not some random dude on freaking YouTube being like, just work harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll solve all your problems.
Yeah, it's like I know this information is correct, so it's like, I can really apply that. You know, that's amazing. And he does it where it's like he's not so broad with it, where it just sounds hard to implement. Like
He explains it very well.
Yeah.
He's very good at that.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I wish he would do more, which I understand why he doesn't, but he doesn't. He mostly just observes what happens more than like tells you how to help it. You know what I mean? Like that's normally only the last 10 minutes of it.
That's something I've noticed across the board with like those type of content.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you exactly what's wrong.
Right.
But they
Thanks for watching.
Won't, literally, and they won't tell you how to fix it, or they will give you some very broad, not helpful advice. And that's kind of like the most important part.
Yeah.
And I think it's honestly because a lot of people haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
I haven't, like at all. And so I would like, a goal of mine in life is to be able to figure that out and then teach people how to do it.
Yeah.
Or at least teach people in a general way how to implement it in a personal context.
Right, where it's broad enough to help people, but also not too broad where it's not useful.
And that step one to figuring that out is figuring it out myself.
Yeah. I mean, Healthy Gamer GG, he does it through like meditation, where the meditation is broad enough to where there's it can help anybody, but just you got to find the right meditation for you. You know, that's cool. I mean, I've actually started using them. They're very. I've learned a lot more about meditation and like the cliches of like being one with yourself. You know, there's stuff that like just sounds like whatever. Like, how do you even do that? But watching Healthy Gamer GG, dude, is smart. It really did help me. I still read.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he definitely helped me. So yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
If you ever want to come on the podcast, hit us up.
I would
or
love to.
We'll hit you up. Just hit us up to hit you up.
Yeah.
And then it'll be great.
Yeah, he does a lot of those. Like
He does, but they have viewers.
Yeah. Well, no, he'll do like he'll I don't know if you ever seen the ones where he'll bring in just an average person going through struggles like and yeah. And so as long as the person's okay with actually like being live, he'll just go through the struggles with you and like let you explain your story. And those are honestly the ones where I've maybe not learned the most, but I've learned a good amount from the ones where I'm just hearing other people talk because they understand, you know, like they they speak a little bit more personally than most YouTubers I can watch do. And then Healthy Gamer he just sits there and listens for a while, and he understands. That's the way to do it. I love it, man. Like, just he doesn't even like start trying to help the person. He just asks questions until like 40 minutes in. And the questions are like 90% of the help, you know.
I mean,
just about like asking the right questions.
I think that's what good like psychotherapy is.
Yeah. And that's what I realize in general. Like, just if you want somebody to like help themselves, you just help them understand their situation more.
I've noticed that when I try to help people, and then I like try to like tell them like, hey, you should probably do this, this, and this. I can be the most right in the world, but they don't care.
Right.
It's air to them.
They have to want to do it.
They have to figure. It's not that they have to want to do it. It's that they have to figure it out for themselves, and then they will want to do it by proxy. That's in my experience, at least. And so it's like asking questions is so big.
Yeah.
If you're ever trying to get somebody to do something, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People is a good book, but it's my advice. I don't like saying that because I know nothing about anything, but what works for me is like asking questions, and then eventually they come to a conclusion themselves. And whether it's the right conclusion, you're like, I don't know.
They come to a conclusion.
It's like, I should murder those 3 children. It will be great.
Yeah. What? Man, I look down at the book and I'm just saying, yeah.
Nothing.
All right, I got a question.
What's up?
Would you rather?
Yes.
Would you rather kill?
Oh my goodness! Here we freaking
one
go.
kid on live TV, or
we've asked me this before,
kids
Doc.
in the forest?
I think you asked me this on the 6th episode.
Come on. How about 3 kids?
Fine. No. 1 kid on live TV.
Okay.
1 kid.
You always say a different answer off the podcast.
No.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing.
How'd you know? No. 1 kid on live TV. Bro, I gotta be infamous. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'd rather be infamous than not. No,
Yeah. I guess so.
What are you?
Same answer.
Sure. All right, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, no, it definitely would be this. Now, this is a different question, but it's along the same lines. Would you press a button that gives you a lightsaber?
I don't care what it is.
It gives you a lightsaber, but it kills a random kid in the world. You don't know whose kid it is, so you might not ever meet
What's the
him.
age range of the kid?
Okay. That's a good question. 8 to 12. They're cute, but they're not too annoying. That's actually kind of tough.
What kind of lightsaber are we talking? Like, are we talking Kylo Ren? Like,
yeah. Like the cool one. No, just a normal lightsaber. Okay. Nothing special. I'm sorry. I was getting excited.
Okay, what color? What color's the lightsaber?
Red.
What color is the
kid?
Some
kid.
It would have been better if I didn't laugh.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I take the lightsaber.
I would press
Take the lightsaber.
I'd probably press one for you too.
Okay.
Just
sure. All right.
in my
All right. Let her lightsaber.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't kill a kid.
Yeah. Well, because one of us can say
Indirectly.
no, and then one of us can press it twice, and we should be good, morally speaking.
Wait a second.
Some mental gymnastics.
The more you think about it, the less it works. You ever see those pictures, like, the more you look at it, like, the worse it looks? Like, that's what that was.
Don't think about it, and that makes sense. Trust me.
I don't understand.
Just trust us.
Okay. I know I wouldn't do it. Cut to me in a week with a lightsaber going.
Yeah.
Dude, I could eat up a lightsaber.
Eat?
You know they did it?
They ate a lightsaber?
You know Hacksmith, the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
They made a
one.
lightsaber.
Yeah, that's so
It's kind of just like light, but
really?
on a saber. But it's so cool. He made like a handheld one that you can like buy, but it only goes like this big.
Hey.
But actually, it's a thing. It's so cool. I wanted to buy one.
A light dagger. That's so cool.
But I'm underage.
What?
No, I don't think I'm underage.
I think past 18 you can like buy swords and stuff. So.
Yeah, past 18 you can buy an AR-15, but you can't drink until you're 21.
Yeah.
So.
You can't get a hotel
Rent
a car
my
until you're like
goodness,
25.
dude. I didn't know that going in.
Really?
I went to a hotel.
No.
Their website said 18 plus. I'm like, bet. I'm in.
Yeah.
I go to the front desk. She's like, are you 21? Well, she's asked for my ID. I'm like, bet. Here's my ID.
18, yeah,
She's
follow
like,
me.
are you 18? I mean, are you 21? I'm like, no, I'm 18. And she's like,
Bruh.
and I just walked away after that. I was like, no, I'm kidding. I heard her out. And then she was like, and I was,
No more vacation.
And then I had to go to like every hotel in like the tri-state area, and none of them, except for Red Robin. Red Robin. I'm hungry, dude. No, Red Roof Inn.
Red Roof Inn.
They had a spot for me.
18.
18 plus. If you
Only
ever
place.
Red Roof Inn, in my experience, you know, there might be some gunshots outside as long as weed and drug deals. And but other than that,
Just don't bring a black light.
yeah, don't bring that. And then the people at the receptionist desk were really nice.
Really?
She was there all night, same lady.
Wow.
I went and then I came out like the morning after, which is usually what you do in a hotel, and then same lady.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was crazy.
Dang. How much did you pay? Do you know?
Ooh, like 160.
That's
yeah,
actually looking
it was
expensive.
pretty expensive. Yeah,
That's crazy.
and it was also like the same day, so I don't know if the rates would be.
Oh
lower,
yeah,
you know.
maybe. But 160 is crazy. Hotels are more expensive than I thought when I was a kid. Like I thought it would be like
I always knew they were expensive.
100 or something a night when I was a kid.
My
What the
parents
fuck
always
that?
complained about it enough.
Really? My parents never did.
They were just like complaining about it. Like they'll do it, but they'll complain about it. You know what I mean?
I know the time.
Yeah, like
That's funny.
it's like yeah. I mean, literally,
They're living their life, but they're complaining about it the
Yeah.
whole way.
literally.
That's funny, dude. No, I'd rather going back to the lightsaber thing.
Okay.
I saw somebody with like a flaming sword where you press a button and it like it's a dry sword and then you press a button and all
Like
of a sudden the
Hiccup from
whole
How to
thing.
Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, dude. W reference, yeah.
Thank you.
I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Me too,
But-
dude. You know they make a live action.
Really?
You didn't see this?
No. I live under a rock basically. Like what news site do you think I'm reading?
YouTube, dude. The front page of YouTube. How to Train Your Dragon movie. It's gonna suck.
Dang.
I hate this whole
Yeah.
live action thing they're doing.
It's like
Anyways,
that Avatar one.
it's neither here nor there. I don't want to talk about that Avatar TV show, dude. Freaking.
The Mulan one
It's,
too.
oh my goodness. I didn't think the movie could be so good. No,
Mermaid.
I'm kidding. It was better than the movie.
Oh, I messed up. There's so many. I messed
There's
up.
every single. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just make them like animated. Isn't that less work, right?
Yeah.
Like the animators like to animate. It's their job.
Yeah.
Just pay them what you would pay an actor.
Right.
I bet they'll make the best freaking thing in the
It's
world.
just a money grab. I guess.
I know it's not that simple, but just pay them millions of
Just
dollars.
pay them more and they
Yeah.
make better stuff. That makes sense.
Bro, I'm breaking this chair,
Really?
dude. I'm too heavy.
Yeah.
Goodness. Anyways, what were you saying?
I was just mentioning live action movies. I could keep going for a while, but
Me
that's
too.
not a a successful conversation. We're not gonna leave that conversation happy.
Yeah.
We're really not.
Yeah. What? I'm curious if y'all could have anything live action go to animated. What would it be? Actually, is that even a good question? Like, what in live action isn't already animated? 'Cause
Live
isn't
action
live
but
action just
animated?
already animated? Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
Animated,
Yeah.
that would be stupid.
I mean, Outer Banks, like it's relatable. I think it'd be less relatable if it was.
Dude,
in
I just
cartoon.
love watching good animation.
Me too.
Like anime, like the art, like My Hero Academia art style is great.
good.
If only they didn't sell their animation because they're
Yeah,
they have to get like 2 cores of like 23 episodes in a year, which is apparently is insane and a huge ask.
Yeah.
But they do it and it's
Dang,
good.
They pulled 7 Deadly Frames.
Sorry.
No, they didn't.
No, My Hero's great. So,
No,
dude,
you know what? Animation's crazy. Jujutsu Kaisen.
dude.
I-
I mean, since they
I-
spent
yeah.
5 years
I know
on a
that they
freaking 12
over-
episode.
I know they overwork.
Yeah, and
the
they also
team.
don't eat.
I know.
They don't eat. They don't drink. They go through so many animators because they keep dying. They keep just like dying on job. And they have to get another one.
Japan.
Yeah,
That's so cool. The animation's crazy.
I love.
I feel so bad saying.
Yeah, and it's worth it. No, it's not worth it. We don't endorse.
It's.
I mean, unless
it's
the
not worth
animation's
it.
past a certain bar, in which
It's
case.
not worth it, but we can get there without doing all that. I feel
Can
like.
we?
Well, yeah, it's just
It
take
would
10
just
years.
take 25
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's crazy, the animation.
I
dude.
love animation, dude.
I love it.
So much better than live action,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I mean, there's some like Outer Banks works in live action, but like Avatar: The Last Airbender, for example, off the top of my head, we've tried it twice and it's flopped twice. It doesn't work in live action.
Wait, twice? Oh, yeah, the M. Night
movie and then the
Shyamalan
series
Shyamalan.
both sucked.
Yeah. Bro, they called him Ong.
In the movie.
Yeah.
There's your first mistake.
Yeah.
Well, there's your second mistake. Your first mistake was doing a movie live action in the first place.
Yeah,
Freaking
it's a
piece of
money
crap,
grab.
dude. It is a money
I
grab.
loved Avatar.
I
too.
respect
well,
it.
I still love Avatar. Avatar's still one of my favorites.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is good. Legend of Korra is underrated.
Really?
I love it.
I got into it a little bit. I didn't
It's on
finish
Netflix.
it though.
You should watch it.
Really? I don't have Netflix kicked me out. Like I'm not on the household anymore. You hear about that?
Oh yeah, I'm still in the household.
Yeah, okay, flex. Oh my god. You flexing your subscription?
Yeah, my parents pay for my
Crazy.
Netflix account.
Bruh. But no, they kicked me off at my college, and they also kicked me off at
Your home?
on my phone too.
Oh,
So I
you're
can't
just-
even watch it.
You-
I just Dude,
That's not fair.
I don't get it. And
Well,
then,
actually, I
like,
think that's perfectly fair. Is it?
yeah, I don't know. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have
Ads?
ads? Yeah.
That.
Really?
I'd rather pay more money than have ads.
Really? I
Hulu is unwatchable with ads.
You know, because on Hulu, you pay for it and you get ads.
$4, or
makes
I'm
no
sorry,
sense.
4 ads.
Yeah.
Per like minute.
Yeah, it's
No,
like,
4 ads per like a 23-minute. Turns like an hour.
right. Right. It's normally about like 5 minutes of ads per 20 minutes. It's just
Which is
insane
ridiculous.
to me.
Absolutely insane.
Especially if you're paying $8 a month.
Yeah, I
It
like
makes
if
no
it's
sense.
free, of course.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous.
Right.
And no, like I genuinely don't watch Hulu for that reason. Like if something's on Hulu, I basically consider it like I
Yeah.
can't watch this.
Yeah.
This does not exist to me.
Yeah, because I've been doing Peacock, and that's the same exact thing with less ads and less money. Like Peacock's free. Peacock's low-key
How do they make
underrated.
money?
Well, they do have ads. It's just a lot less than Hulu. Like a lot less ads.
Is it
It's like normally it'll be like you get 30-second at the start, and sometimes it'll be like no ads for this episode sponsored by blank. You know,
Oh,
like so
sure.
they'll sponsor it to have no ads on the video, or it'll be like one at the start and then one like 3/4 in where it's like maybe 2 minutes of ads, which is less than than Hulu. Or third, sometimes they would literally just give you like 4 minutes of ads at the start, which I'm fine with too, because then I'll go take my commercial break, and then I'll have the entire episode I can
I'd
watch.
rather front load the ads as well.
Exactly. Or just whenever I'm on a computer, I just use it.
Oh.
Ad blocker. Not legally.
That was good subtlety.
Yeah,
there.
thanks.
Ad blocker, not legally.
That'll
They'll
get me
never-
off of
they'll
the legal
never figure
trouble.
that one out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, I'm down to end it here.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching episode 9, I think. We're almost on 10. We're almost halfway there to being the 1% of podcasts.
Really?
We just need to do 20 on our 22nd episode. We will be in the 1% of podcasts.
Dang.
Because not 99% of podcasts don't make it past 21 episodes.
Dude, 1%ers.
Almost.
Yes, sir.
Oof, almost.
Take it.
I think it's like 50% don't make it past 10.
Hey.
Alex Hormozy put a stat up there, so I don't know.
I want to get excited until we're past that.
Dude,
so.
he could put like the craziest stat, and I would believe it. Like, 23% of people are gonna be a millionaire by age 3, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. Well, his numbers are kind of accurate. I mean, he said like.
I believe it.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, well, I believe it. He's completely like he's got my trust. You know, he can say anything, and I believe him. Anyways, we're gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, because I'm sure you did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any closing thoughts?
Don't do drugs.
Don't do
That's all I
drugs.
got.
Don't do drugs. Don't do that unless it's heroin, in which case, hand it over.
Yeah.
I want some too.
Yeah.
No, we're kidding.
Don't do drugs. Give it to us.
But yeah, thanks for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. No, that's impulsives.
What?
That's impulsives
Oh, you
thing.
can't say
I
that.
hate myself. I want to kill myself.
Stay safe.
But I hope you all stay safe and stay healthy. I'm going to see you all in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Can't believe I said that.
What,
Thank you for
still?
listening,
Yeah.
watching, viewing, and subscribing. That's
crazy.
impulsive. Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Watch every single episode.
Actually, until
No.
like the most recent.
Yeah.
You still be watching it?
No, Logan got like married and kids. And
Oh,
just
he sold out.
boring. No, he didn't sell out. I don't know. I think he started taking himself seriously after
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather fight, and he just got a little bit.
Yeah, with
He's still fun. I still like his content.
Talking about Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he'd be saying some stuff. He just says some wild things.
Honestly, bro, like when you make like 250 podcasts, what do you even like say that isn't
Just
wild?
like 400.
What do you even talk about?
400.
400?
400, like 25. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
427.
like if you don't bring guests on and you see these people like every single day,
Mhm.
I guess if you have a whole team, you should have topics, you know. I mean, we have like a little notebook that we opened up like 3 minutes before.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
do we have
yeah.
to do other stuff tonight?
What time is it?
Time to go to bed.
Yeah, honestly, you want to just like record a couple of the dictionary things. We don't even have to record the second part, but just record us doing it. We can think about good options.
Oh, what?
Just, like, you know how like for the dictionary we're supposed to like record us choosing a random word and then going and doing the skit, right?
Yes.
We could do a couple of the choosing a random word one right now. Just knock that out, and then we can start thinking about the skits, and then next time we can record them.
But we need content through. When do we need content through?
I can meet as soon as the 9th of January.
Of January or of December? Because we don't even have enough content as it is to get through the ninth. Let's just quit.
Hey,
That's it for me.
we made it
I'm
50%.
gonna keep all this in. Like and subscribe.
I mean, I kept recording. Actually,
I did too. I'm gonna keep it in.